What's up, guys? Today we're playing Epic 7, and today is day number 6. We are going to
Did you
continue
want to see
working
it?
on the progress that we have made so far, and today is also Monday, so that's going to lead us to new and exciting things that we're going to cover. First, let's go ahead. We're going to go in and do the things we normally do. We see that we are getting a lot of people to use our reputation hero, and that's going to give us lots of friendship. We are also moving forward with our dispatch missions. Very important. 60 energy. Thank you, little
Why'd you test your
mushroom
luck?
guy. And we're
Come
checking
back soon.
Giro. We don't see what we want. And now we're going to go ahead and move into Heart of Orbis. 200% bonus. Very nice. I do like that. My Heart of Orbis is maxed out. I also have a maxed out Forest of Souls here. Let's go ahead and collect our Spirit Blooms and our Penguins. And then we have a 1-1-1 into High Command that opens up the Hunt and the War missions. I'm doing the 1 energy mission because that's going to give the most benefit per energy. But feel free to use whichever one that you would like. But I stick with the 1 no matter even what time I'm going to log in. If we go into our Alchemist Steeple, you can do the first one for free. And then also if we go into our Steel Workshop, you can do the first one for free without using, so I got 7 here. When I click this, I still have 7. First one is free. Now what we're going to do, I'm not even going to worry about these until later. This is more mid and end game. So I'm just stacking up these Breath of Orbis, and we talked about where to get these. You're going to get them from your unrecorded history and also from the shops in episode number 2. So we explained that in our last video in case you missed it. Let's go ahead and we are going to go into do some summons now and hope that we have some luck. Come on. Okay, just a 3-star unit. Montmorency, we're going to use her for imprints. Now, she's one of the healers that I typically start with. Montmorency or Angelica, you can choose which one. Montmorency is very old school, so I do like her most. But I don't know. We're going to figure that out. 3-star artifacts, we only want Daydream Joker and Tonfa. Enut, we're not using him. He's like a meme for Epic 7, right? He's always a meme. I guess people don't like him because he's kind of a jerk in the story. I don't
Nice
know.
to meet you.
Pearl Horizon, she does have a specialty change, but we're not going to use her. It particularly revolves around debuffs, but she's a little bit RNG. She can be really awesome, and sometimes she doesn't work very well. So I might complete the specialty change, but I'm not going to be investing in her. Oh my goodness, stop giving me this guy. Now the duplicates we are going to use, that is going to be something that's important. And we're going to talk about that when we get
God
to a few
wills it!
more of our episodes. Butcher Corpse, okay. Um, you know, he has a specialty change. Some people do like him. I don't particularly use him, but he can be interesting to build. So I think we're going to look at him a little bit later. But I have no plans to build him except for maybe completing the specialty change. Another Hazel. I don't think we've gotten one single spark yet in 3 days. I guess this is setting us up for the future. Pillas. Okay, that's okay. Now, we did talk about Pillis the other day. She is amazing. We're definitely going to utilize her specialty change. But I do have one, and that imprint is welcome. So keep in mind that we're going to be using her quite a lot. Oath Key no longer used. That was something that had to do with hit chance. And we used to use it in the past, but we no longer use it. Curse Compass. Another day without a shine. Smilegate, what are you doing to me? Come on. Next up, we're going to go into our arena, and this is an important thing to do on Monday. When you click on this, it shows that we have a rank up. So not only do we get the Endurance Crest, which can be used to buy different kinds of things, but we also get to select our reward. We always want to select the Sky Stones. This is going to be a much better value than selecting the Mystic Metals. And we did talk about that a little bit going through and cycling the Garo shop, but we're going to see this as we get closer into late game. Now we are on silver. Last week was pretty good, 100% win rate, 39 wins in a row. But like I had said, we're making sure that we're doing the NPC battles first before we go into the actual arena. If you decide that you want to really move forward with the arena at some point, probably very soon, you're going to hit a big roadblock. And so developing the NPC battles is going to be a more benefit in the long run. It's going to give you that premium currency, and also we're going to make use of the buff that we have to conquest points, where we're getting double for the first 14 days. Now that we've completed our NPC battles, let's go in and check out our gear. I am leveling up Mercedes. I don't have an artifact for her yet, but we're working on making all of her gear at plus 15. Feel free that when you're doing this initial set of attack gear that you can level it all the way up. It really doesn't even matter what it rolls into. This one rolls pretty good, but this gear will be used by someone and probably for a very long time, even into endgame. Hopefully we do get something good here. I don't even know what I want. I think maybe speed. If you're using an attack pair of boots, then having good speed substats is good. Also, crit chance would be amazing. We get a max roll into crit damage, and that's great. An 85 gear score is amazing piece of gear, even at level 85, but this one cannot be reforged. After reforged, I'm looking at 90 to 95, so this one turned out really nice. I don't know if I have enough to do this. Let's see how far we can get. We're going to at least get to that plus 12 roll. Okay, and we get 6 crit damage, so that is really nice. I'm going to have to do a little bit more onto this Labyrinth before we can get enough of our charms to be able to do that. Speaking of charms, let's go ahead and go there now. Every single time I come into the game, I go into the Halls of Silence, Area 1, and we're going to go find Huche. People ask me a lot, how do you have so many charms? And you get them a lot through the game, of course, but we're also going to get these from the shop. Now, there is a battle here. This battle will only be here until you have completed the first labyrinth. And then after that, you should just be able to walk straight there. So we find Huche here, and then we're going to be buying the charms. This one's really nice. Epic charm. Ooh, we got a good load today. Sometimes you have none. Sometimes you have it all the way. It's very random. Also, if you see Covenant bookmarks or Mystic Metals, then make sure that we buy those here as well. Now, as you know, when we click on the yield, we're not going to be losing any of our entry tokens. Once you buy something from the shop, it's yours to keep forever. So keep that in mind. You can't get a refund. You can't rebuy it. It's not infinite. You only go in and buy it once per day. And now let's go ahead and we're going to go to the pet house. Let's go ahead and adopt. We want to make sure we do this every single day as well. And we're filling up that pet journal. Don't worry about your pets until you get many more, but make sure that you're at least assigning a lobby pet and your beginner pet so that you can do auto battle more often. In this video series, I do like to make videos and cover topics that you're going to see as you're playing the game. Now, as you know, we are on day number 6, and I've gotten to floor 28 in Labyrinth. We haven't had too much problem yet, and we are going to add that to a separate video series. But right now, I'd like to talk about the Labyrinth. As you see, our labyrinth compasses are over. We only generate labyrinth compasses one per day if you're below the maximum. So we want to do labyrinth today to make sure that we're continually generating these compasses. Now I went over because I collected the rank up pack rewards. And so make sure that when you are collecting that, that you are either at 0 or you have time to do labyrinth. So what that leads us in today is how to do this efficiently. What we want ultimately is to come in and get 100% explored on every map. This might take one, two, maybe even three, but we want to do it as easily as possible. And so, what we're going to do today is we are going to cover how to make teams and to utilize those teams when you're coming into Labyrinth. To do that, we are going to look at a very specific tool called the E7 Camp Simulator. I like this. They did a great job and they've been updating it over the years. And this is what it looks like. So, this very first plus sign up here, this is where you're going to add heroes, and every hero is going to be in here. So, as you get heroes, you can come in, you can add them. We're going to add Ras, we're going to add Montmorency. There she is. Let's go ahead and add Free Spirit. And then we're going to add Mercedes as well. These are all the heroes that you have here in this little edit box. And then if you have a bunch of heroes, like when you have 100, 200 heroes, now you can select in the parameters that you want to develop your teams if you want specific buffs or debuffs or anything else. If we click on camp, then this shows that this is our team. Now, what's very important here is it tells you when you're camping which ones are the topics to select to get the most morale. The more morale you have, the better your team is going to perform because now you're able to explore more of the labyrinth on each run, including battles, and to achieve that 100% exploration. I don't run any teams below 30, and the closer I can get to 40, the better. So as you continually add in other heroes, let's say I wanted to add in Pillis, there she is, and I wanted to add in, let's say, Angelica as well, then now we're going to see much higher morale teams and much more combinations. It can go into the hundreds of pages, but again, I try and get the highest morale team as possible. Now on this top team here, I don't like to run two healers because then it takes too long. So maybe you want to select one that only has one healer. The other thing I want to say is if we're looking at something like Ras, he has two different kinds of heroes. One is going to be your base level and one is going to be your specialty change. So as you're specialty changing your heroes, make sure that you are keeping the specialty change in and you're taking out the old one because you cannot go back to the old version, right? Especially with Ras, because you only get one version of Ras, you're never going to pull him again. You need to have him updated if you want to use him inside your camp simulator. And so there he is. As we explore in the labyrinth, we see that we have a morale gauge and it's decreasing over time. When you are in the very good territory, you get a bonus, but as you go down, you see you're going to start to get negative stats. And when you get to -50, you're not going to have enough stats to survive even basic monsters. So, the way that we do that is we are going to utilize our camping system. But beforehand, let's look at our map. Every one of these tick marks is one. When you go in and out of a special area, then that is going to be another one. And every fight is going to be -7 morale. So keep that in mind. What we want to do is develop our own little system to explore as much as possible in each entry ticket without going down to -50. So right now we can go ahead and we can click onto our camp, and then now we already know from our camp simulator that we're going to use Montmorency. So when we click on her, we're going to use her comfort and cheer and then her dream.
Uh, what should I say? Sorry. Maybe you should talk to someone else.
Okay, that was super awkward. Maybe I won't have the headphones on next time. Not really sure what to say about that. But what we see here is that morale goes up. This is for the labyrinth. Then we see also friendship goes up. Now, when your friendship gets to level 10 on natural 4 and 5-star heroes, then you're going to get 3 free Mulagora, which is going to help you to increase your skills. That's going to be important for most of our heroes, not for these two, because they're starting 3 stars. But keep that in mind. If you take your 5 stars into a labyrinth, that will eventually help you out quite a lot. Let's go ahead and we're going to dream now.
Just watch. I'll become a great nun one day, just like Clarissa. First, I need to pick up this mace.
Okay, Clarissa. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the right role model. She's very ex-girlfriend. Um, she's, you know, she's the awkward one that you kind of want to avoid calling after you guys break up. So let's not do that. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you something else. If we go and we click down this way, we want to avoid the fights while also getting the exploration. So what we can do is we can stop right here, and you see that we have a fight coming up. If we go just a little bit further, there we go. Now we have explored the fight area without actually going into the fight. This is very important because this will allow us to save morale as we're going through other things. Now, we didn't quite get to 100% on our last run through, so we're going to come in and we're going to enter one more time. So, what you want to do is you want to teleport to the nearest location where you can continue your exploration. This is going to help you because you're not going to want to start at the beginning and try and run back through the whole thing. You're going to run out of morale before you hit
Unveil
100%,
your
and
eyes
then
and
that's
tell
not
us.
going to help you with your achievements. Now we have a clear way that we can go to, we get to Clarissa, and that will enable us to go on to the next map.
One, and two, and three! Obey me.
Also, where you exit is
Obey
very
me.
important. As we finish up our boss battle here, we're going to be able to go into our final map location. Now we're at 100%, and it says you see a way out. This is the portal you must go through when you're done exploring this map to take you to that new location. Sometimes there's a little bit banner here, but it's usually after this boss. So now we can go ahead and we can exit, and that is going to open up our next map and give us the achievement for 100% clear. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a like so other people just like you can find it as well. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck on your battles.